Hey, my name is Pastor Chris, and I want to welcome you to our morning service here at MBC. One of the best gifts I can remember receiving as a kid was a little steamboat, and I used to play with it in the bath for hours. It had a little steam cylinder, it had a place for a cylinder of candle to go underneath, it had a rudder, and it had little steam jets that drove this boat round and round the bath. And as I thought about that gift for a little boy, it combined everything that a boy could want. It was fire, it was water, it was fun, and it was a little bit dangerous. That it used to get quite hot because of the steam. As I think about church, one of the greatest gifts God has ever given me is the gift of spirit-filled elders over the years. Some of the folk who are here at MBC will remember those elders of the early days when I arrived and as a pastor automatically joined the team of elders that were in service. They were godly men, Henry Fick, Nicky Kleinboy, and Carl Brook. Carl Brook retired quite soon after I got here and went from mission work into pastoring a church of Swaziland. And so as elders retired or took sabbatical leave, so others came on. Quentin Elliott Aubrey Watson was an elder serving. And after him, I think it was Graham Freeman, Sean Doveton, and then pastors who joined us, youth pastor Bronson Pretorius, and then Pastor Thomas Trollope as well. And finally, Johan Kenzialis. What a wonderful fellowship we've had over the years. And I could honestly tell you so many of the characteristics, the genuine qualities that each one has brought to the table. Over the years, when we've faced potentially explosive, divisive, hurtful situations, maybe, and Anne has asked me and said, honey, what are you going to do about this? How are you going to handle this? And I'd often respond, I have no clue, but you know what? I've got the most wonderful elders on the planet, and they're going to help me. And we'll pray and ask God to help us too. And they did, and God did as well. As I pondered about the sermon this week, I asked the Lord to confirm my leaning toward Acts 20 and this gift of spirit-filled elders. And I opened my schedule of diary references. I have a little flash drive at home that has 30 plus years of my own quiet times. And Acts 20, I was hoping would have featured somewhere in the past 30 years in my quiet time. And I asked the Lord in my prayer, I said, Lord, won't you confirm what I'm thinking and leaning towards this morning? Just give me some kind of written encouragement. Now, I've got an old version, and Carol updates it every year, but I only came up with one reference, and it pointed me to 1999 diary, and the date on that diary was May 29th. And I opened that page there, not knowing what I would find, and not knowing what I'd written 25 years ago. And the Lord really encouraged me, and the heading was The Art of Closure, and 4 stages of a fruitful ministry. And they were the season of partnership, the phase of transition, the moments of reflection, and then finally that point of departure. And I was astounded how faithful God is and was in my life to plant a seed of a quiet time I had 25 years ago. And I just wrote the outline down after my quiet time. Paul's farewell to the Ephesian elders. How good God is to resurrect it now in my life, just as we as a church and as a family and pastoral families are all going through the exact same situation. I'm really both humbled and encouraged and reminded too that as a pastor retiring, even at this point in my life, I have nothing of value to say of my opinion. I have nothing of worth or wisdom that I've gained over the years that would count for anything, except that it is based and rooted in the Word of God. So join me, won't you, for this study, the gift of Spirit-filled elders.